All right. I'm going to bring down the mood, though. All right. The Irish War Pipes said to us, hey, could you all do a show on fake kilt shops on the internet? I was just contacted by somebody calling themselves USA Kilts, all caps, asking me to purchase before the Halloween sale ends. I fear many people have lost money on these false front shops set up in India and Pakistan, especially since the names are so close. So we sadly do have some experience with this one.
Yeah.
Witness the fact that the example included our name.
Yeah. As a rule, we do not speak negatively about competitors. I'm making this much of an exception for people that rip others off. I'm going to kind of leave it with that. So the one that he's talking about there is USA Kilts with a Z. There's another one called USA Kilt Shop. Mm-hmm. Not us. I remember way back when we first started back in 2003, 2004. I remember getting emails from Pakistani companies, and there was one called like Joffrey Kilts, who was, essentially just using the name of Joffrey Tailors over in Scotland, for their own. So there are several less scrupulous companies who will trade on the names of other companies. So morals in Highland wear, there's image theft is rampant. It happens. It's not great, but it happens. IP theft. There's name theft where people use another company's name. Ultimately, I make a personal plea to everyone out there. And this is not just saying a blanket statement, all companies in Pakistan are bad. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is companies and individuals who rip off other hardworking companies, other shops, other, who think that, it's just quick, just make a buck. Those are the ones, here's my plea. Don't shop with them. You don't have to shop with us. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is don't shop with scumbags and thieves. So when you're out there, vet the company. Look around a little bit. If you don't know, go to different kilt groups on Facebook or different kilt communities and ask them, hey, I saw this company. Is this company associated with that company? Or, this image looks a lot like that guy's image. Or has everyone bought from this company before? Mm-hmm. What was your experience? Do some research to see what other people have experienced out there with these companies and find reputable companies. Again, it doesn't have to be us. This isn't the point. The point is don't buy from shysters, liars, thieves, scumbags who utilize, and I'm being harsh, but I don't care, people who are trading on other companies' names and using other companies' images as their own. Because if they're not proud enough to build their own name or take pictures of their own products, what do you think you're going to get?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess it's not going to be spectacular.
Yeah. That's a good way. Good point. Yeah. You kind of stole my thunder a little bit with the one thing I was going to contribute is I always recommend, I do this all the time. I vet companies with people I know. So I would say, definitely check out an online group or friends, Kilts and Culture or Brotherhood or one of the other kilt groups out there, and find out what people think of this company before you buy something from them. And if the deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. And I think trust your instinct. It's not that hard usually to tell when it's not a good thing, when it's actually something who's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. And I would say, if you find one, if you run into one like this gentleman did, tell people about it. Shut those people out. Get the word out that they are no good, and help protect your brothers from getting screwed over also.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, when it comes to USA Kilts with a Z or USA Kilt Shop, both of which, not us, when we saw them first pop up, we actually went to Instagram and to Facebook and said hey, they're using our name, and they were in all of their descriptions, it was USA Kilts, spelled properly. And the two main social media platforms took them down, but then they allowed them back in. And then we had a bunch of customers kind of pointing about it, and they all reported them as spam and reported them as fake companies and da 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 da. And it's been an up down thing. They've been back up for a while, but it's just not cool. If you have a good idea, start your own thing, do your own thing. You don't need to glob on to someone else's thing. You don't need to steal other people's ideas, other people's images, other people's tartans, whatever it is. Do your own.
And it is playing whack-a-mole for sure, but it's a fight we have to engage in. That's just the state of the world. I feel especially sorry for really bespoke art. I mean, we do bespoke stuff, but sporn makers, knife makers, people like that. They have their images ripped off all the time too. Or Doug Kavanaugh from Celtic Hammer Club, who had the nightmare of his most popular design becoming, all over the freaking internet and being stolen by everybody, and not to steal thunder from the interview coming up, but he actually found it used in a video game once, and had to contact like Bethesda to say, "Yo,
Ubisoft."
Or was it Ubisoft? Okay,
Ubisoft.
But you get the point.
Yep.
So it's we are all in this together.
Yep.
One could say.
It's the stealing of stuff from artisans. The other one example that just popped in my mind was, I remember Robert Pill from Our Kilts had a company in Pakistan send him images of his original design. It was like, hey, we can make this for you. You should buy your kilts from us. And he's like, no, I make my own kilts. That's my design. Don't do my design. And they were like, yeah, if you don't buy it from us, we're just going to sell it anyway. And they started copying him. Or who's the one that made the kilts in Minnesota or whatever?
Angry Bastard?
No. It was a woman-owned business. It was her and her partner. Yeah. No, it wasn't Minnesota. Excuse me. It was Seattle.
I remember who you're talking about.
Oregon.
I can't remember her name.
It was out West Coast.
Was it Alt Kilts?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Alt Kilts. Jeannie was great too. I loved Jeannie. She since closed. But there was another company, and it's companies that just go, ooh, that's a different image. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy that. And taking different companies' designs and just knocking it off.
Yeah.
Just do something original. Do something yourself. Why rip other people off?
Because it's cheap and easy. It's not their goal to do something original. They're not in for the art.
I know. So anyway, again, sorry for the rant, but please don't shop with those companies. I understand the price is tempting. I understand the price is low. It's $40, $50 for a kilt, but don't do that. Go to a company who's not ripping other people off, who is taking pictures of their own designs, who does have an original name, and buy from true artisans who are actually making the stuff and not just trading on the name of somebody else.
Yeah, and you do get what you pay for. I mean, a kilt that cheap is going to be crap. A sporn that cheap is going to be freaking cardboard. So, yeah.
Cool.
Grr.
All right. Sorry for the rant. But, indeed. Guys, as a small business owner myself, one thing that is very, very near and dear to my heart is supporting artisans and voting with your dollars. So make sure the companies that you are buying from, whether it's us or somebody else, make sure the companies that you are buying from share your values and are supporting small businesses. Thanks, guys.